Hi, my name is Elleesa and welcome to my crafting channel. So today I am going to guide you through one of my projects step by step. Let's get started.
So today I am just going to do a project for my daughter. She's asked me to put some sparkly smart iron onto one of her jackets that was her sister's, so she wants to make it her own. Good on her. So I've got some, this is my little piece here. You can see visually, probably be able to get two on there. That makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a design. It's going to be about 6 centimeters by 3 centimeters. Do I think that'll be a big enough? I think that'll be the right size, just enough to get a bit of sparkle on this. So I might make it just slightly bigger, and I'll make the, I also want to make sure I use up all my smart vinyl, because once I used it as smart vinyl, yes, I can cut it off and use it as not smart vinyl, but I might as well just cut off my design on both sides. So I'm going to make a big one, and I'm going to make a small one on the other side, just to make it easier. Okay, so I'm just going to jump into my design space, and I'm going to go to images, and I've already searched for a rainbow, and I've already clicked the free filter so that I can find what I'm looking for. Now I'm after a monochrome design, so I'm either after this one or something like this without the raindrops, I think. So I'm going to go with this design. I'm going to make this one, I'm going to go to the width. I'm just going to make it 6.8 centimeters, and then I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees, and then I'm going to put them together. I'm going to select both and go to the align and align to the top, so that way they're the same. Now just remember, you've got to get a pair of scissors between the two. Now how wide is that? That's I work in centimeters, so this is 12.62 centimeters. So I want to knock a centimeter off this. So I want to make that 5. It should be 5.7. I'm just going to make it 5.8. I'm just going to. Oh, this is the shift and the arrow button. To make it jump, I'm using the shift and the arrow, and I'm on a PC. And if I just want to make it adjust, I'm just using some arrow keys here. Now, just so I know I'm in the right spot, I'm going to go align top. Now I'm just going to make sure that I'm across inside the smart vinyl border. I've got a little bit of a millimeter to go, and I should be right. Here we go. So it's 11.354. My maximum is a 3.4, so 11.4, which I normally go 11.39. So it's 4.4, one of those. See if that will give me, yep, 11.384. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get. Make sure they are aligned at the top. Make sure I'm in the correct border space. Just keep in mind that you will need to get a pair of scissors between here. So it's up to you how much you use. I'm just trying to make the most out of my smart vinyl. I'm going to attach that. And then I'm going to go ahead and press make it and go and turn on my machine. Okay, so I'm going to press make it now. Without matte, because I'm on a smart materials. Now this is one of those do as I say, not as I do, and ideally you would want to go back. So I'm going to go back and do it. Save. Save is a very important function. Rainbow iron on. Now we're going to go back to the make it. And now it'll tell me I've saved it as well, because it'll have a name. Now I'm going to go without matte because I'm using a Cricut Smart material only. You can of course do this on your mat as well if you're using a scrap or regular iron-on. So now it'll show me what I'm doing over here. I'm going to press continue. Now you do get a bit of wastage here up the top. I have a lot of projects that I do where I just use the wastage. Now I'm going to press continue. Now I did actually remember to power my machine on before I press continue. That is usually my first hot tip. Now I am using, what am I using? I've got Cricut Smart Iron-On. Does it tell me anything else about my material? Glitter. Okay, cool. So we're going to go browse all materials. Smart Iron-On Glitter. Perfect. Now my Cricut Joy is always needing more pressure at the moment. But you just do what works for you, and we always recommend a test cut. That scrap that's going to come out of the top, also perfect for test cuts. So what I'm going to do now is we'll load it so that the shiny side, make sure mirror is on. Ooh. Edit. Mirror. Done. Make sure mirror is turned on and iron material is faced shiny side down. So let's go to, so I've got a shiny side, you can see the window reflection, and a matte side. So if you look at the way the window is reflecting on my thing, you can see that I've got the dull side up. Now I'm just going to load it in as straight as I can. Make sure I've got my blade in. Now I'm going to go ahead and press go. Okay, so now my screen is coming up and showing me I can unload my material. Now because this is a smart material at the moment, I can only do this once. There's no rerun option. That's also why I'm doing more. And so now we just press done and we just jump back to our design. I'm just going to undo it, close the window, put my design out the way. Excuse my mess out the back there. Maybe I should put my cuties over there too. Okay, so now if you try and use that window reflection to your advantage, you can sort of see that design. Now let me see if you can see it. It's very hard to see. It's just all about angling it and using my window to my advantage. So now I'm going to use my Cricut trimmer. If you don't know, the Cricut trimmer has this extendable arm and it has extra blade and usually a scoring tool on the back, but I've dropped mine. So now I'm dropping my project, which I do not recommend because you don't want to get it dirty. So now I've got to find where my design ends. So what I'm going to do is, there's a little bit of a cloud over there. I'm going to use one of my weeding tools. Not that one. Pick out one of these clouds. Wish me luck here. I definitely need to do these projects in daylight. Okay, glitter is a little bit harder to manipulate. Look, and I've got a cloud on its own. If you want to use that for something else, paper projects, I don't recommend doing it on a clothing. So now I know where my cloud is. Maybe I should use my other one as well. I would recommend, if you wanted to save those for a paper project, go ahead. If not, just toss them. Now that'll give me an idea of where my design is, because I know my design is just there. Yeah, and I like to line it up so that the edge of the design is at this part of the ruler here, and then I'll do my trimmer. And then that means that this will be perfectly straight, ready to go to be used as smart vinyl again. Now, I don't believe that cut all the way through. And I did do that twice as it is. So that's now ready to be reused as smart vinyl because I've got a nice straight edge. Pop that back in the box. Ready for next time. Put that material over there. Now, in theory, I also want to do the same on this bit. So I'm going to do the same theory on the clouds. So I'm going to find my cloud, push it near the window so I can see it, pull my cloud up. There's a little bit there that's giving me a bit of trouble. Perfect. One. Might do the other one just because I can. Won't. Just line it up so that I know where I'm going. Now I've got to remember to do this 3 times. Oh no, this one came off the first time. There we go. So now I've got this scrap. I'm going to keep that with my iron-on scrap collection, which I have a few of here. And the last one will be the tail end of a piece of smart vinyl, which is why it's a bit wider, but I will use those on a mat. I'll pop this away. Now the next thing is the weeding and making sure that I cut my 2 pieces apart. If you want to, you can also try and save some of these edges as scraps. I'm not going to worry about that part. Unless you want to use the straight edges for card making projects. So maybe what I'll do again is I'll find somewhere I've got a weed. I am doing this as close to live. I'm not editing this video is what I'm trying to say. So this is an as-is project really. So now I've got to get this and I've got to get through there. And I'll pull that around 45-degree angle. And I've got one of those. And that gives me an idea of where this one is, and I'll do the same on the other one. And I've left the window open today so that I can see what I'm doing. That's the wrong one that's coming up. So now I've got an idea of where I'm cutting. Perfect. Now if you do want, you can try and save a bit more of this. I'm going to just go around the edge. will put them away. This sort of scrap's probably more useful for paper projects, and you can get some little corners or some straight edges out of that. Fine line between hoarding and keeping on using. Alright, so I'm just going to focus now on the one that I want to do for the jacket, and so we're going to start weeding. To the middle bit. This one here. Where's it come from? Ooh, that might be on one side. Struggling to get this one. There we go. Weeding glitter, to me, can be a bit difficult. I definitely do need a new machine too, so that is also part of my problem. But as you know, I'm more about being savvy, so trying to make the most of what I have, not focus on what I don't have. There we go. Perfect. Now that is ready for my top. Now what am I doing next? I am going to pop my weeding tools away. And then I'm going to find my jacket. Now this jacket here, just as a side, I just wanted to know how many times I could use an infusible ink transfer sheet. This was run number 3 and this was run number 4. So I used infusible ink pens to do this. There's another video in my channel, hopefully I will link it below, about where I did that design and how I did that one. But I was just experimenting on the inside of a used jacket, and it lasted about 3 times. The 4th one didn't work. Oh, and I also left that lying around for a week too, so maybe if you did it straight away you might have got more out of it. Right, so I've got my Cricut heat mat. What I haven't done is decided whether I'm using my mini press or my easy press, which I think I'll use the mini press because of the quality of the material of this jacket, just so that if something starts going wrong I'll be able to see it. Also, what temperature do I need? So let's just jump back into Design Space. So not Design Space, the heat guide. I'm going to use my Cricut Easy Press Mini. I still have the older one. I am using smart glitter iron on, or is it just glitter iron on? Glitter iron on. Oh, Smart Materials, Smart Iron On Glitter. The Smart Materials do have a thicker backing, so that's why it makes a bit of a difference sometimes. And I am using, what am I using? I think it's polyester, but yes, polyester. Preheat 5 seconds, medium 25 seconds, constant movement, firm pressure, flip for 15 seconds, remove liner when cool to touch, mini press, pressing mat, iron on design, polyester, heat tape, okay, so 5 seconds on medium. So let me get this, let me show you what I'm doing. Alright, medium, so 1, 2, let's see it there. I also need to get out of the way. I've made sure everything is as flat as possible over here. Now I am again doing a bit of a done is better than perfect mood, so I'm probably just going to go with this gap here, just because so I'm going to find my baking paper. I think it's called butcher's paper in the US. This is the non-compostable version. In Australia I have a compostable version which is brown. Haven't experimented with that yet. I've left that one for the food for now. I've got the leftovers off my non-compostable version and I've just taken them to my craft room for now. Now, because I'm in a done is better than perfect mode, I'm not going to wait. I'm also going to see how there's the liner there, and I'm just going to try and put it all on the right spot. I'm not worrying about placement. She just wants some glitter. She can have glitter. I'm going to go with baking paper again. Now they said 25 seconds. So where am I up to here? Alright, let's go. Alright, that's about 25 seconds. Now, is this cool touch? Remove when cool. Okay. Now, I'm supposed to flip it over and do 15 seconds. But I have a little bit of a hack that I do. As soon as I take off the liner first. Oh, we managed to have a little extra piece that I missed. Let's try and get that off before it sets. Perfect. Alright. I'm just going to go over it real quick. Just baking paper. No iron-on cover. That's quite thick. You can see it's starting to indent. Now, I said flip for 10 seconds. Now, where is my stuff? Okay. So I have what's known as a placemat, a cork-backed placemat. When I flip it over, I'm going to use the cork-backed placemat. Instead of the heat press. While it doesn't give me the while it doesn't give a reflection, the heat does give me a nice solid surface to work on. I'm not going to go quite with the 16 here. Because I'm going to flip it over and just do one little bit more on this cork-back mat. I also have up here somewhere an old shopping board, an old heat-proof shopping board, and that's also my favourite as well. Definitely don't share them with your kitchen though. Alright, so now I'm going to try and get a nice angle. Ta-da! I'm going to have one happy daughter. Now I've got another one that's slightly smaller that could go on a pair of pants. Just a bonus one, or you can make a card out of it. And that will just keep her happy just for that little bit longer. Make it look just slightly different from when her sister wore it. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.
If you liked the video today, please go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up for me. If it is the first time you're watching me, make sure it is not the last. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you are amongst the first to know when I release a new video. Thanks for watching.